I got it in October of 21, and now I've got almost 54,000 miles on it. No regrets with trading in the 4Runner.
Going from the 4Runner, because I did a comparison on that, on a, I think it was the 40th anniversary edition, and this exact Bronco, and 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 like they are entirely different. Like they're completely different vehicles. Was it hard to go to a vehicle that is basically an outdoor interior, transitioning from something that was more refined?
No, I mean, actually, it wasn't really that difficult at all. I was really surprised at how nice, at least I feel, the quality of the inside of the Bronco is. We had a vinyl seat in the 4Runner as well.
Oh yeah, it was like Softex.
Yes. So the fit and finish of the of the 4Runner is definitely nicer. I think that the seams are a little bit tighter. There's a few things now that I've taken the doors off a number of times. I've had to put the soft top on a few times. It never did fit exactly perfect. Never had a leak. Never had any issues with that. I mean, you've got your typical soft top wind noise and whatnot. That was probably the biggest thing going from the 4Runner to here, and that's just because it was a hard top. So it was much quieter inside. And this is definitely like driving a convertible most of the time, even with the top on.
You did upgrade the tires too, which tends to make things a little bit more vocal. 37s?
These are 37. I didn't want it to look like a street vehicle, but this is my daily driver. I did want to make sure that I was comfortable.
Over 100,000 songs are uploaded to Spotify every single day. So, if the music industry has so much content being released, then why does it feel so broken? Why is music so throwaway? Why don't we have icons like we used to? Why are songs so forgettable?
Is it clear as crystal? Clear as crystal. Just checking the quality. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just checking the quality. Welcome, welcome. Please like, and please subscribe. Don't keep me stagnant. That's disappointing. Thank you for coming back. Would you please subscribe? Please like, please like.
忍びは時に厳しい選択を迫られることだってある。
Kelly on standby. A glue wall can protect you. Low on health. Heal yourself up. Double kill.
Right. Disrespectful.
Let's go find some armor. Gun upgradable now. Tap to enhance its power.
Yes, sir.
Triple kill.
Yes, me, I got church, but me just say I got rose book this morning. Oh, no.
kill!
Let me tell you, see, me not bother you. I told you that $50 for you. Happy nice up. Happy nice up. Yeah, good.
You can tap on this button to quickly switch between throwables.
Cat. Cat.
Dominating!
That's the way most of them have a rose milk this morning. But I hear nothing about it. Don't worry yourself. Don't worry yourself. Don't worry yourself. Don't worry yourself. Just use up me 10 or 1 second. I sit down with you, so. Where I do?
Unstoppable!
Take on to the party, you know. Right in school, me, but they no call you, they call me. Andre secretary call. We don't get no sleep today. They have them in because to a Chinese office because my only put on the Chinese office for the year. So the one of them have them put on. Sure. Yes. Yes.
Rampage!
They have socialists these days. Bringing in the panic. So I'm picture that them political. Political will. So it is. I think this is not make. We should pull them. So Jaluk reach here to vote. Somebody here is wonderful, wonderful. I am proud of you.
College.
Dr. Andre has
Killing spree!
yeah, put him in a hit. Yeah. You see, Calomina, Calama asked me, say, if you not start back the cooking program, they say, you know, they're not church again, but probably.
spree!
No encounter with those people. Those people don't have a heart of love. They only self-gain. Self-gain.
I'm a hypocrite. I know who forget and type of message.
Edouard? No, sir. No, sir. E basta mi lo can qui non avere il nostro modo, non lo hago. No, sir, Marti, non parli.
A glue wall can protect you. Killing spree! No ammo now. Look for more. Low on health. Heal yourself up.
Minister, yes, when you are with God, yeah, you must know yourself. You must know yourself. And know what you say to people. You know, just throw anything in a.
It's a long way to the safe zone. Better get moving.
You see them girl, you see them more and massive people were down there. It tell us, you know, you have some tail bearer down there as you open your mouth and care back to the end. That's why me tell you all the while. I say, me tell you all the while. I say, be careful what come out of your mouth to those people. Because.
He's a little low now. Maybe we should try getting closer.
This party happen. When them right power whisper this sitting there between him, Louis, Elia, I think brother TV. Abba. Miss Black. And see when they talk about bed, I hope them done.
We gotta look for more ammo.
Mother-in-law stay. Say how they in a fear business. And then though, they leave for them business alone. Right? And I tell nobody what they go on. And nobody don't know what they go on. They don't see that. And it go right back. Me left him right there, so.
Please subscribe. Welcome.
on standby.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
started sending blue bubbles, would I switch to Android? Someone asked me this in the YouTube comments, and send green text off my iPhone because I don't really care about that. And I don't think a lot of Apple users actually care about that. I just don't want the green bubble is the answer that you give when you don't really have any other answer and you just don't really care that much about your phone and don't want to switch from your iPhone. Android users think it's so deep, like, oh, they just hate the color green. They just don't care about their phone. That's why they won't switch. If iPhone started sending green bubbles and Android started sending...
Guys, I think I just got a TV that is way too big. So a couple days ago, I went to an NFL game with a couple of my friends, and while I was there, I looked at the massive screens that they have on either side of the stadium, and I started to wonder what it would be like to play Fortnite on one of those massive screens. Well, I don't have to wonder anymore. So this is my old TV. It's a 55-inch Sony Bravia 7, and I've been using it happily for the past year. But then Sony reached out and said, we want to send you another TV, and this time it's going to be even bigger. Okay, I was thinking like maybe 60 or 70 inches. They sent a 98-inch TV. This thing almost takes up my entire wall. And after setting up the TV and the surround sound system that they sent with it, there's only one thing I want to try. Oh my goodness. This is actually insane. I can literally hear the footsteps of players around me with the surround sound speakers. This is beautiful, man. I've never seen Fortnite on a screen this big. Let's go. First kill on the big TV. Guys, I think I just got a TV that... Success à lui.
Show me something that you spent way too much money on, but don't regret it at all because it's freaking sick. I'll go first.
Gentlemen, there is a flame war going on in the comment section of a video I just uploaded, and it's very interesting because it clearly divides, or we can separate two types of people. The big picture thinkers and the small picture thinkers. Now what I mean by this is a man can make a statement that is true. I could say, for example, crime rates are highest in and committed most by urban, inner city, minority youth. Now this is a fact. Whether you like it or not, it makes no difference. This is a fact of life. That is big picture thinking. It is a generalization that is true. Small picture thinkers will say, wait a minute, I knew a kid that was raised in the ghetto, and he is a doctor and a lawyer and an engineer. So therefore what you said in the generalization is not true because I know and point to an outlier. Whenever you see that done in the comments, that is a small picture thinker. That is a sign of low intelligence.
I rather look like there's some. I rather look like maybe there's some. But maybe you're just a condescending ass man.
For example, it would be better for you to eat whole foods, abstain from smoking, recreational drugs, and alcohol. This is understood. This is a truth. That's big picture thinking. It's the ability of an intelligent person to be able to hold two truths at one time. Outliers can be true, but generalizations are more true. Small picture thinker will come to you and say, no, Grandpa ate a pound of bacon a day, he drank and smoked 6 packs a day, and he lived to be 95. Therefore, that example proves is untrue. That is low intelligence thinking. Now, people that point to outliers don't always, it's not always a direct result of intelligence. You can be touching on something that is very emotional to them, and they will react in the same way. I saw that today. I was watching the news, and
Welcome, welcome.
Taylor Swift is getting married at 35. And what was very interesting was there were so many videos of women that were in their 30s and 40s that came on TikTok, on YouTube, and said, see, you told us that we were never going to find anyone. You told us that it would have been better for us to have children when we were younger, to get married when we were younger. But look, Taylor did it, therefore I can do it too. So all of the generalization about us running into the wall, about how our chances of finding a suitable mate, having healthy children, all of that is nonsense because Taylor Swift beat the odds, therefore it is now a truth. Now these women are not necessarily unintelligent, but they're using this outlier as a shield to protect them from what is known to be true. It would be better for the child. It would be better for the woman, the safety and health of the woman, to have children when they're younger in a committed relationship. So when you see this sort of thing, it can be very frustrating. I know it was for me. I was going in the comments trying to explain this, but some people you just can't reach. Just know this, gentlemen. When you see someone pointing to an outlier or an exception to disprove something that you know to be true, that society knows to be true, this is a person that has low intelligence. Or this is a person that is very, very insecure about their current situation, and they need to use an outlier as a shield to prevent them from having to face the cold, hard facts and the truth, which they know deep down is right. So don't do that. Never be a person that makes an argument or brings up an outlier to make your case because you just look like a fool.
I feel like it's quite reasonable. I don't think it's low IQ to think that. Again, that's like a very open-minded way of looking at it. Like, was it a small picture? I do believe there's a possibility that you do have urban people. I think this man is condescending and close-minded. Oh.
BMW, Mercedes, and Audi are not made for used car buyers. And I've got a Master in Business Administration, but you don't need a business degree to understand how car manufacturers make their money. They make their money by selling their newly made, brand new cars to dealerships. And BMW, Mercedes, and Audi really take this one step further, and I'm going to explain exactly why you don't want to be buying these cars in the used car market outside of warranty. Within warranty is okay. Outside of warranty, guys, you don't want to be touching this. And whenever I make a video like this, I do get a lot of people who get offended, right? A lot of German car enthusiasts. I'm a car enthusiast. I'm in my Toyota GR Yaris right now, but I've owned my BMW as well. But I do like to portray the facts as they are. And the truth is, guys, for the average Joe, not the car enthusiast perhaps, but for the average Joe, you've got to stay away from German cars in the used car market. I'm going to break it down for you. Number one thing, German cars are usually luxury cars, and they're designed for that luxury experience. And how does it work, guys? Well, most of these cars are leased. They're the ultimate leasing machines. And leases make it easy for these owners to constantly own a car for 3 years or so, trade it in, and then get the next model. And that runs through the ethos of these cars. They're not designed to target buyers who are going to hold them for a long time. That's not where their market is, right? The majority of them are leased, and hence they focus on that leasing period, that 3 to 5 year period. and they make sure that the buyer that purchases that car is very happy during that period with all the new tech, all the performance, all the innovations. The number two thing you need to understand is they cater their entire maintenance and servicing schedule around that new car buyer. With BMW, Mercedes, Audis, guys, and I've got a lot of mates, and I had my BMW as well. A feedback that I received from many people when they buy these used German cars, they notice that the servicing intervals are all out of whack. Often these cars are serviced every 2 years, guys. The first year is more of a checkup, and then the second year an oil change is done. And the kilometers are ludicrous. These cars often are getting serviced at 20,000 kilometers. It's no good, guys, but that's how the experience is designed, that servicing and maintenance experience. And certainly in that 3-year period or even a 5-year period, these manufacturers are not asking you to change any major oils or do any major maintenance, right? I've got my Toyota GR Yaris here, Toyota, making me service this car 6 months, right, on a 6-monthly basis, which, yeah, which isn't exactly a luxury experience, but Toyota's serious about this car. Just next week, I've got to take it in for my transfer case fluid, my diff fluid, and then they want you to change your coolant very often as well. With German cars in that 3-year period, guys, they don't want you touching anything. And then that experience is further improved by giving you these service plans. A lot of these German cars come with these service plans where they throw in free services for the first 3 or 5 years. And I speak to many owners, many of them are my good friends, and it's always funny when I see someone buy a BMW. One of my friends, he bought a BMW, and it's I think it's $130,000 M2. And he bought that M2, and he comes to me and he said, he doesn't tell me what the M2 is about. The first thing he says is, can you believe BMW gave me this service plan for the first 5 years? I don't have to pay anything, I just take it in. And I'm thinking, mate, they're making all their money off you already. Who cares about that service plan? Services are pretty cheap for German cars, especially in that warranty period. That's how they get you. They design that service plan for those owners. So, you just call up, say, can you please book in my service, get the car serviced, and you don't have to worry about invoices, negotiation, payments, anything. It's made for that new car buyer. And the only thing the new car buyer needs to worry about, and it's something they won't even see on paper, is a depreciation. The funny thing about depreciation is if you think about it, guys, does it really exist? Because it's not on your bank account. You don't open your banking app and see, oh, geez, my car lost $10,000 this year. You don't see that. Depreciation is only worried about when you come to sell your car, and often these cars are on leases. They're rolled over. Often these people, they've been used to that depreciation. They know they buy their BMW, it'll be worth 60 or 70%, maybe 50% of what it was worth brand new, and they'll trade it in, get the next BMW, next Audi, next Mercedes. And that depreciation doesn't worry them because there's no spreadsheet, there's no facts being thrown at them every day. As far as BMW, Audi, and Mercedes are concerned, that first car buyer, that new car buyer, they're having a great experience. They're getting these services often free, they're getting this nice luxury experience, and they're getting this prestige, right? In Australia, a lot of the dealerships who sell these cars call themselves prestige dealerships. And I don't personally believe that these are prestige cars any longer. I think, if anything, in my view, the likes of Toyota or Honda should really be prestige cars because they represent quality in a way that not many other cars out there do. But I digress. That's my personal view. So I've broken down for you exactly what the manufacturers do, and I've told you exactly why they're so good for new car buyers. But it's exactly those reasons that make them poor buying for used car buyers, especially outside of warranty. In warranty, I'm okay with. Outside of warranty, it hurts. Remember that servicing interval, 1 to 2 years. Now you're the used car buyer. What do you have? You've got an engine full of gunk because it was using old oil. Make no mistake, guys, these synthetic oils, a lot of people, they get into these arguments, and I'm an engineer, a lot of people get into these arguments that synthetic oils are so much more superior to the older oils, the more natural-based oils we used to use in automotive applications, and that's true, certainly that's true. But oil is oil. It's not a superhuman liquid, and even with your synthetic oil, if you go outside and check after 15,000 kilometers, it's going to be gunky. And guys, I was speaking to my mechanic, and he had a BMW M4 M3 in the shop, and at 70,000 kilometers, he said he was having to replace a motor for one of his customers. And the reason? Excessively long oil change intervals. Right? It destroyed that BMW. It was so gunked up, it was beyond repair. The car is effectively done for. The second thing is, again, maintenance related, right? For the first 3 to 5 years, the owners, they enjoy that really nice maintenance interval, which doesn't make them change many fluids, doesn't make them change many parts. Well, guess what, guys? Now you've got your used German car, 5, 6 years old. If you're a smart owner, you should really be doing all of the things. Transfer case, diff fluid, your all-wheel drive fluid, coolant. You've got to be doing all of this stuff. And if you don't, it can have repercussions. And not only that, you now run into the German car maintenance. And for German cars, guys, a lot of things you wouldn't think are maintenance is, right? I'm talking about water pumps. I'm talking about plastics. I'm talking about gaskets. Often these gaskets are very highly biodegradable. That's going to be maintenance. Pads and rotors, you're having to change your rotors very often alongside the pads. These cars don't forgive the rotors. So all of a sudden, all those items that made it really good for the new car buyer, well, now it's going to sting you as a used car buyer. And the last thing I really want to touch on, guys, is the element of prestige. And I think this is where a lot of people are getting scammed because people are sold this dream where they're buying a prestige car. And as I said, I don't think German cars are prestige cars, at least not in Australia, where you can buy an A-class or a CLA class for less than a Corolla, especially in the used car market. Audi A3s sell for less than Corollas. Corolla hybrids hold their value really well. An A3 within warranty certified pre-owned, you're going to pick up cheaper than a Corolla. So I certainly don't think that German cars today are prestige cars, but let's just say they are. Guys, in the used car market, prestige doesn't exist. The whole point of prestige and luxury is getting something new, getting something shiny. And a lot of people are sold this false dream and this false reality that you get this prestige car, and really what they've got on their garage now is a used car and a car that's going to be trouble for them. A car that's going to take a lot of money to keep on the road. It's the reality. I went through this with my BMW. From a probability perspective, guys, it's not sort of bound to be a great run, especially as you get higher in the years, 8, 9 years. Everyone knows, even the German car fans, which I am a German car fan, even those people, they know that a Corolla or a Camry or any of the Toyotas are going to be a safer bet once the years roll on. There is nothing prestigious about repairs. There's nothing prestigious, in my view, about buying these used German cars, especially for the averager. And that's why, guys, they are built for the new car buyer. And the new car buyer must pay a tax, and that tax is excessive depreciation. But if they do pay that tax, they get one of the best machines that money can buy. Certainly, I'm not here to argue that a Toyota drives better than a BMW, Audi, Mercedes, or looks better, or has better features, or has better innovation. No. But if you can't afford it new, guys, you probably can't afford it used. I hope that helps. I'll catch you next time.
I saw you in the river, with
I don't want to gotta pay my children. Let me leave it because what I'm seeing. I see something got me. Lock on to this breakthrough. Good morning to you. Now we gotta remind you that what is happening down there in Brooklyn this afternoon. Afternoon, best is yet. The table is turning. The chairs are returning. The table is turning and the chairs are returning. And I'm not seeing some of the big names back in the house at the table in their chairs. But I won't make anybody have any heart attack. But if the prophets do not release the prophecy afterwards, it's not prophecy. He said this is God.
What's more reliable? Is it BMW, is it Mercedes-Benz, or is it Audi? Now, I want to make it clear, if you want pure reliability, if that's your primary concern, you would go for a Toyota, a Honda, a Suzuki, a Mazda, something of that nature. German cars represent something else. They operate in a different market segment. I wanted to make it clear, guys, because my channel is not about spreading misinformation. I love German cars, I love Japanese cars. I want to keep it real with my audience. There's a lot of people who watch these videos who don't really understand the nature of cars. They're new to it, they're trying to get into it and make sense of this world. Reliability for German cars depends very much on the type of car you get. Japanese cars, usually they